Welcome to the Orange Public Schools virtual presentation of our 2021 Spring Musical. The lights of our theater stage at OPA are flickering. The lobby, normally bustling with proud parents, teachers, and friends of cast and crew, are just beginning to stir again. The aisles and seats in the auditorium eagerly await a return to live performances as this long and difficult chapter draws to a close. But even though we could not hold an in person musical in our auditorium at this time, allow me to borrow from the old stage adage the show must go on. When choosing Orange's musical production for 2021, our production team knew that uncertainty over the pandemic might just limit our students to what could be accomplished virtually. However, they also knew that the ongoing climate change in our community and country presented a rare opportunity for our talented students to allow this performance to lend student voices to some of the conversations and debates about the direction and nature of love in our world today. Theory of relativity was chosen as a means to that end. In this musical, you will see a series of vignettes that highlight some of the most important questions young people face as they go out into the world that may, at times, appear to have no clear footprint. We hope that as you witness Orange's incredible youth talent on the stage over the next hour, you will also witness an open heart, the stories that represent real life challenges for young people today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with my great and humble pleasure to be here tonight as the master of ceremonies of what is an extremely proud moment for the visual and performing arts in Orange. I'm thrilled to present to you now the Orange Visual and Performing Arts 2021 musical production of Theory of Relativity.
Person A. Person B. A is walking toward B at a rate of 3 miles per hour. B is walking toward A at a rate of 2 miles per hour. How fast does B perceive A to be walking?
Newton's first law of motion. A body in a state of motion will remain in that state of motion unless an external force is applied to it.
I am standing still on the Earth. The Earth spins at a rate of 1,070 miles per hour. The Earth orbits the Sun at a rate of 67,000 miles per hour. The Sun travels through the galaxy at a rate of 490,000 miles per hour. I am not standing still.
When you're recording a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you're sitting on a red hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Albert Einstein.
Newton's second law of motion. A change in motion is proportional to and is made in the direction of the force applied.
Person A. Person B. If A's position is 7 miles away from B, and A is walking at a rate of 4 miles per hour,
and B is walking at a rate of 5 miles per hour on the 45-degree angle on the path of person A, how soon will they meet?
And how will the path of each person be altered by their contact?
If a tree falls in the forest.
Newton's third law of motion. To every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
And no one's there to hear it.
Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Albert Einstein.
Does it?
I'm rubber and you're glue. What you say bounces off of me and sticks to you.
I exist only if observed.
And nothing without you.
I stand on a marble that hurtles through space. My orbit and path are unique. Around me the planets, they swirl and they race, while I watch here humble and meek. I'm held to the earth by a force I can't see, but I strive every day to
So this is my journey, my time on this rock. I'll chart out a course while I'm here, with my modest resources and my eye on the clock, my perspective unjaded and clear.
I study the vectors with quantum techniques, and I pray my equations are right. I am energy, I am mass, I am
light as it speeds, light as it shimmers, light as it pierces the sky. Something awakes, it trembles and simmers, a force that is yearning to fly.
But the terrain is unpredictable, complex mysteries appear. There are paradoxes here to undo. And now, relatively speaking, something's relatively near, and I'm relatively certain it's a blue.
And it's you on this marble, hurtling through space, with a path just as thoughtful and wise. I stand here beside you, and I look in your face, and I see myself in your eyes. Now look all around us, more travelers, more eyes, with passions they long to pursue. And there's you, 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 and there's you. And we're all on this marble that hurtles through space. Our orbits and paths are unique, but with someone beside me to measure my pace, somehow I'm not quite so mean. So I learn what's important. I evolve and I grow. I reach for your hand and hold tight. We are energy, energy, energy. We are mass. We are
Good evening, Dr. O'Hara. I'm glad you can make it. I know it's frustrating getting to Midtown at this time of day. The uptown NR is a pain, not to mention the rain. But thank you for coming, sir. I've got something to say. I'm allergic to cats. That's part of the reason I asked to have dinner with you. I'm allergic to cats. I know it's hardly a life-threatening medical hullabaloo. See, when I was born, they expected me later, so I spent 2 months in an incubator. Ever since that, I can't be near a cat. I can tell by your smirk. You think this is silly and borderline phobic, perhaps? But this innocent quirk can cause such a violent reaction my lungs could collapse. So bear with me, sir, this is nothing sordid. Your patience, I promise, will be rewarded. I'm really not bats, just allergic to cats. Julie loves cats, as you know, they're her passion and joy. She knits some little sweaters and crochets them hats for For their birthday, she sells them their own special toy. There's Meowser, Miss Mew, Cookie Puss, Alexander. Her couch is a playground of pee and dander. So I cough and I wheeze, pop a fistful of Clarington D's, try to hide before anyone sees. I'm allergic to cats. For over a year, I've hidden from Julie each anaphylactic display. Oh, 'cause she's such a dear. If she knew how cats made you suffer, she'd give them away. But she is my world, I live for her truly. Julie loves cats, and I love Julie. So she tickles their toes, and I smile as my stirrups start to close. But about that you'll never suppose. I'm allergic to cats. Well, Dr. O'Hara, I fear that I buried the headline. The point of this story is murky, I had to concede. I hope that I've shown you tonight I love your daughter with all of my might. So humbly I stand, asking you for her marriageable hand. Wedded life will be blissful and grand. With Julie and Meowser, Miss Mew, Cookie Puss, Alexander, the dander, the pea, and me.
He made me a cake. The boy I love made me a cake with his own two hands. I don't have technique for a cake. I have technique for a door. You can open the door with your elbows, the right fabric, a little pressure, and you're good. Silk doesn't work, no friction. I developed the technique in public bathrooms. I had no choice. I'd wash my hands, dry them, go to the door, grab the handle, and wash them again. Wash, dry, door. Wash, dry, door. Wash, dry. You get it. It's called handle because others have handled it with their hands. Hands that have been, I have no control over where those hands have been. That's why I have an elbow technique. See, the boy I love made me a cake with his hands. I don't have technique for a cake.
The ratio of a circumference of a circle to its diameter is known as pi. Pi equals 3.14. If I bring her one red rose, she will dance with me till dawn. If I bring her one red rose, I can hold her in my arms. If I bring her one red rose. Roses are foolish, dancings are bored. Love is a concept that wise men ignore. Numbers are perfect like pi equals 3.14. Dreams are unstable, awaken the gun. Unscientific phenomenon. Numbers are perfect like pi equals 3.14. 1. What could be clearer than pi equals 3.141?
I'm Jenny.
I'm Sarah.
She's Sarah.
She's Jen.
Been best friends forever.
Well, since we were 10.
Met at ballet class, and ever since then,
We became inseparable.
the damage was irreparable.
Jen's like my sister.
And Sarah's like mine.
Friends till the end of the line. Had nothing much in common. Love horses.
Love shoes.
But we were attached at the hip. Jen was like a goddess, my mentor and muse.
She was a nerd in a drip. But we would be together every hour of the day. People would see us and say, it's Jenny and Sarah, two peas in a pod. Well, if one pea was perfect and one pea was odd, first string and spare on the volleyball squad. Happy and gregarious, my throats are just vicarious. Oh, woo! She point the spotlight, she bask in the shine. Friends till the end of the line. My skin was just like porcelain, hers was all zits. My pores are perpetually blocked. I developed early, she had no My cupboard was woefully stocked. Why would I be seen with such a social refugee? 'Cause you always look good next to me. That's right. So we were Jenny and Sarah, a vulgar display. The queen of the prom, and her we're protege. I ran lights in a school cabaret. I mean, have you heard Sarah sing? Good golly, it's embarrassing. Oh, we were contrary forces who somehow combined. Friends to the end of the line. Then something crazy happened right after 12th grade. That summer I blossomed and bloomed. I stepped into the sunlight after years in the shade, and a beautiful swan was exhumed. Meanwhile, I was working at the local Dairy Queen and ballooned up to plus size 16. Jenny, 18. It's just so delicious. We both showed up at college and no need to pretend. I was popular right off the bat. And everyone was asking, Sarah, who is your friend? The one who's so interesting? That all this malice aimed at Jenny was quite startling and new. So I did what all best friends would do. I said, I'm Sarah, she's Jenny. We used to be close, now she's desperate and clingy and sort of morose. I heard she gobbles peanut butter puppies by the gross. And all the world is there a sight more tragic than this parasite. So that is our story, and ain't it divine? Friends to the end of the co-bitter end. I guess this is the end of the line.
My parents were immigrants, new to these shores. They were just barely 18. They struggled and sacrificed, pounded on doors to carve out the life they foresee. They fashioned that life out of hope and thin air, a life for their daughter they someday would share. I am that daughter, eternally grateful for all that they gave up for me.
I belong to the long line of men, all electricians by trade. My grandfather first, my father then, so proud of the business they made. A mantle is claimed, a torch will be passed, making a family legacy last. So here I stand with my future ordained and a life that is planned out for me. ice cream.
You want the dream I was given.
I want the dream that I dreamed.
Oh, great expectations, great expectations. Oh, great expectations, great expectations. Oh, great expectations of great expectations, great expectations, great expectations,
great expectations of me.
great expectations, great expectations, great expectations,
Great expectations of me.
So you're cruising along at college, first semester winding down, and you're finally over first semester shock. Now the holidays are approaching, so it's back to your old town, back to solid ground, your family, your rock. There's nothing like heading homeward to clear the mental fog. The photographs in your memory never blur. So you're thinking about your parents, your sister Beth and Spike, your dog. They're frozen in your head the way they were. 'Cause there's a footprint you left there, indelible and deep. It's your core of your identity, the principles you keep. Your footprint, your history is who you are. So you run to hug your parents, and Beth calls you a geek. And when you yell for Spike, your dad says, "Hun, we had to put him down last week." So you find yourself back in college, kind of shaken, but okay. And you're quickly swept up again by freshman year. There's your roommate who hogs the bathroom, a new paper due each day, and your part-time job as a campus store cashier. So it's suddenly spring vacation, and it's home you go once more. It's hard to believe the months have come and gone. You see that familiar driveway, and you open that front door with that overwhelming feeling coming on. See, there's a footprint you left here, permanent and real. It's your constant, your anchor, unbendable like steel. Your footprint, your history is who you are. And your place looks so inviting, and it's everything you hope. You asked, "Where's my sister?" Your mom says, "Dear, Beth and her boyfriend eloped." You like to think you're enlightened. You like to believe that you're flexible and cool. Sure, things could change while you're away at school. But you worry the foundation you've been rooted to so long is somehow less dependable, is suddenly less strong. At least you're not like a tadpole, one of 3,000 eggs his mama loves, who never gets to know his parent totes. Yeah, at least you're not like that. No, you still got your footprints on that threadbare welcome mat, and a place to hang your hat. So your life hums along at college, and your worries slowly dim. Opportunities to go home become more rare. You hear your mom has a brand new hairdo, and your bedroom's now a gym. Your dad bought a vintage Chevrolet Bel Air. So your sophomore and junior classes disappear before your eyes, and you're thinking about a life beyond these doors. Your old roommate is now your best friend. Your latest paper won a prize. Now you manage all the college campus stores. See, there's a footprint you left here. It's something you can't shake. A meme that won't diminish, a bond that will not break. Your footprint, your history is who you are. And home's a place of comfort where nothing's ever forced. And over dinner with your parents, they tell you they're getting divorced. Then you have a calm revelation. There's your world seems to blow up in your face. You see that footprints don't belong in just one place. They're in the life you've led, but they're not firmly rooted. They will multiply and spread on the path that lies ahead. So your footprint goes with you. It's something you don't lose. From the family you were born with to the family that you choose. Your footprint, your history is who you are. And the universe gets larger, and the cosmos will expand. But there's one thing never changes. Your footprint is right where you stand.
He made me a cake. You have to understand, it's been a natural progression to bathroom doors, to all doors, and windows, and books, and telephones, and subway poles, and elevator buttons, and steering wheels, and chair arms, and pens and pencils, and cutlery, and glasses, and plates, and food. Food. Oh my God, food. Who has touched the food? Handled the food? I can't eat anything unless I make it myself. He should have known better. He's seen the elbow technique. He made me a cake with his hands. I don't have technique for a cake.
If I bring her one red rose, I can smell her sweet perfume. If I bring her one red rose, she will gaze into my eyes. If I bring her one red rose, flowers will shrivel, equations will thrive. Old Archimedes kept this one alive. He said that pi is always 3.141.5. Chaos and order can never combine. It's far too risky when lines intertwine. There's safety in numbers like pi is 3.159. Some things you count on like pi is 3.159.
Person A is walking at a rate of 4.5 miles per hour.
Person B is walking at a rate of 5 miles per hour.
Person A is moving with the general flow of traffic.
Person B is moving directly against traffic.
Person B is in the direct path of person A.
Person A is in my way.
Person B's pace increases to 5.5 miles per hour.
Person A is going to have to move.
Person A attempts eye contact with person B.
Eye contact indicates submission, must avoid at all costs. Person A must step aside.
Person B's eyes are green.
Eye contact avoided, power status established.
She looks so confident.
Push over.
A thought hangs on her lips. I forgot to put on lipstick.
She reaches in her bag.
Ugh, I hate this color.
She removes the top.
Cranberry kiss.
Her pace quickens with the thump of my heart.
Why do I even have this color?
With delicate fingers, she lifts the moist stick to her lips.
Applying lipstick on a crowded sidewalk. What could possibly go wrong?
At this rate, person A and person B will make contact in 4 seconds.
Out of the way, honey.
I'll be a gentleman and step aside.
Closing the gap, fella.
But not too far. Her arm and hers will gently brush. She'll turn with an apologetic glance. My fault, I'll say. The lipstick has fallen. We'll bend to pick it up. Nose to nose. Allow me. I will lift the delicate silver cylinder from the concrete. I believe this is yours. Well, I hope it's not yours. She'll toss her hair. We'll laugh. Her fingers will touch. One small step to the left. This moment is mine.
Coming through.
Just one small step. Dang it.
That's
Post.
right. You move.
It's her or the post. Gotta shift right. Collision imminent.
What are you doing? Get out of the way.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Damn it.
You dropped your lipstick.
Jerk. Keep it.
Person B continues on her path, pace increasing. Person A can't move.
I never really liked apples, though heaven knows I tried. 'Cause it's just weird to hate apples, so for years and years I lied. I never really liked apples, it's not a choice per se. I don't know why, I guess that I was simply born this way. I never really liked apples, though I grew up in Spokane, where all they've done is grow apples since the day the world began. So I hid my feelings for apples, it's a skill I learned to hone. And as I grew, I guess I knew I'd always be alone. But I've always liked oranges from my earliest memories, even though there's no orange trees in Washington State. But still I like oranges, it's an urge I was shy to admit. To me apples were apples, but oranges were it. So I left home in the apples, I had passions to pursue. I started my own adventure and enrolled at NYU. I was shy and minded my business, then I met Mike one day. He seemed so nice, so I broke the ice and found the nerve to say, I've always liked oranges. Crap, what a strange conversation start. He said,
dude, here's the strangest part. I like oranges too.
We're two guys who like oranges, who were sent a clear message by fate. We don't have to like apples. Oranges are great. That moment left quite an impression. That moment a light bulb went off. I remember the years of repression and my worries that people would scoff. All those times that I tried liking apples seemed at once like a meaningless waste. And I learned there with Mike that you like what you like, and there's just no accounting for taste. Now we're proud to like oranges, and we walk with our heads held high, because I found another guy who loves the things that I love, and so did I. We both love oranges. He's so handsome and he's awfully cute. If you're looking for morals, we'll give it a shot. There are those who like apples
your preference, embrace what you got. It's a big world. Find your favorite fruit.
My mom and I were always close. I was an only child. See, mom had lost 3 others before it clicked with me. She called me her miracle, Mira for short. And the love in her was bigger than the sea. And she'd say, promise me this, Mira, enjoy your time on earth. Always appreciate the wonder of your birth. Promise me this, Mira, don't waste a single day. Before you know it, dear, it all can fade away. We lived a meager life, but me, I didn't really care. When you're used to having nothing, you don't miss the things you lack. And Dad was a drinker, could not hold a job. Then one day he left and never came back. And Mom said, promise me this, Mira, never make a fuss. Your father's journey is somewhere without us. Promise me this, Mira, don't ever miss his touch. It only means I get to love you twice as much. Mom saw no limitation of dreams for me, but she knew a good education would be the key. So I studied hard when I got lost. Mom encouraged me. Then in time I won a scholarship to the college of my choice. Mom was so proud of me. She burst at the seams. When she spoke, I heard the passion in her voice. She said, promise me this, Mira, don't ever look behind. You've got a chance right now, the future's yours to find. Promise me this, Mira, don't waste a single day. Before you know it, dear, it all can fade away. A few days later, Mama fell and dropped her groceries. But inside we both knew that something more was going on. I prayed for a miracle, I cried myself dry. But 6 weeks later, Mama was gone. Now and then I think about the things that Mama missed. But instead of tears, my heart begins to stir. 'Cause she's the one who made me see that miracles exist. So I just smile and whisper this to her. I promise you this, Mama, I will make it through. 'Cause now I understand the miracle was you. I promise you this, Mama, I won't waste a single day.
in the flour, in the sugar, in the cocoa, in the baking soda, in the salt, and the vanilla. He had to use the whisk and the sifter or whatever. He had to use a spoon to mix the dry into the wet. He had to use a scraper to scrape it into the pan. He touched the pan. And the toothpick to prick it to see if it comes out clean. If he even used the toothpick. So much touching. He touched everything with his hands. I don't know where those hands have been. I don't know where his hands have been. His hands. His hands. His hands that touch my hair. His hands that touch my face. His soft hands. His warm hands. His hands that hold mine. I know where those hands have been. They've been in my hands. I love those hands. I love him. He made me a cake with eggs and flour and sugar and baking soda and salt and vanilla. And he whisked and sifted and spooned and scraped and pricked it with the toothpick. The boy I love is in the next room, and he made me a cake with his hands. I'm going to open that door. I'm going to have me some cake.
Okay, listen, my friends, I've got something to say. Just gather round, I promise later we'll play. I have to explain, things will not be the way that they've been. Things are changing for good, and it's time that I filled you all in. You see, up until now it's been only us five, but I think we all knew that this day would arrive. He's offered his heart to me, and for once I've chosen yes. I love him, but that doesn't mean I love you any less. You'll always be special to me. You'll always be my main obsession. You must understand that our bond won't diminish at all. But for this plan to succeed, there must be the odd sacrifice and concession. And I hope you can start to make room in your heart for your best girlfriend, Julie plus Paul. Sure, you might say that he's not exactly a prize. There's that nasally voice and those watering eyes. He runs from the room, holds his throat, and then cries in the yard. He's just sensitive. It's something you'll learn to just disregard. You see that friends always get left behind. It's the friends who get hurt and grow bitter. But I say in this case, my friends, you're respectfully wrong. You say he's really not one of our kind, that he's hardly the pick of the litter. But don't touch him like that. He's a real pussycat. Can we all learn to just get along? He may sniffle a lot, he may break out in hives, but like it or not, he's now part of your lives. In spite of all obstacles, true love survives. Wait and see. This is foolish, I know. This is silly, it's true. But I guess what I'd like is a blessing from you, Alexander Meowser, who keep us and Miss Mel, and we'll be one big happy family. You four and Paul, my fiance, and me.
Love's an illusion, ineffable, blind. Numbers are structured, finite, confined. Equations like pi are always precisely defined, and not some frivolous misguided notion like how my life could change for the sake of just one flower. A rose is a rose, is a rose, is a rose. It could be wonderful and strange, dancing by the hour. A 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And could there be a relationship between two things or more than ratios? And so much more than one red rose. Who knows? Numbers are solid, dependable, true. It's amazing what simple mathematics can do. All dance equals a touch and a smell and a gaze and a hope of something new. But pi is exactly 3.14159. 2, 6, 5, 3, 5, 8, 9.
There you are, ordering your coffee. Here I am, 3 people behind. You, the subject, me, the observer, me enthralled, you blissfully blind. There you are, fumbling with your wallet. I'm a stranger standing in line. Then you smile and float toward the exit. Just like that, the room starts to shine. The moment comes, our moment near, and suddenly you disappear. Off to live your separate life you go. You change me, but you will never know.
There you are, sitting at the stoplight. I'm here too, one car to your right. Merely inches and rows in between us. You make something inside me ignite. Briefly there, briefly seen, then naturally the light turns green. You leave me in that iridescent glow. I'm different, but you will never know.
You are perfect, to me you are perfect. I fill the blanks and I make you ideal. You're kind, you're gracious, loyal, tenacious. Why should I care if you're not really real? You pose no hazards, you make no demands. You're someone who listens, supports, understands. You're someone who always be there. Passing on a sidewalk, entering a building, waiting for a show. Someone suspecting, never connecting, like wind-driven crystals of snow.
And you'll never know.
There you are, ordering your coffee.
fee. Once again, you puncture my heart. You still smiling, me still observing, still a gaping chasm apart. I gaze across the great abyss and teeter on the precipice. I take the leap without a net below. You inspire me to finally say hello. Hello, my name is Anthony. Nice to meet you. You come around here often? Yeah, well, I kind of know. See.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I was at lunch and I got stuck in the bathroom behind this woman opening the door with her elbows. All right, work your magic, honey. Keep it simple, no French tips. I don't want to waste too much money on a blind date. Oh, sorry about those cuticles. I'm so stressed about this date, I've been chewing them like a dog. I don't know, should I go? Should I not go? Don't give me that look. I know what you're thinking, here she goes again, but this one's different. This one's a physics major. Or is it math? Well, it's something smart. I haven't told him what I do yet. You don't tell a physics major you're studying art history until it's absolutely necessary. A physics major, wow. I've been doing some research, Einstein and stuff. I want to be able to talk about something tonight. Oh, let me practice on you. You be him, I'll be me. I think it's amazing that light travels at 186,000 miles per second, don't you? Did I sound smart? Oh, yes. It's quite a paradox that the speed of light is constant despite the speed of the observer. I had to look that one up. Best I can figure, let's say a truck is coming at us, and let's say I'm running away from the truck and you're running toward it. I'm not sure why you're running toward a speeding truck, but anyway. The truck will hit you before it hits me, right? Right. Now, let's say that it's not a truck, but it's light that's coming at us at 186,000 miles per second. It should hit you first, right? Just like the truck. Wrong. It'll hit both of us at the same time. I know. So that's like the kind of stuff I'm going to be talking about tonight. Me, an art history major, and him, a physics major. It's going to be a disaster. That's it. I'm not going. Oh, honey, how do you stay so calm in the high-pressure world of nail aesthetics? How does anyone stay so calm? There's a girl in my class. We call her Miss Golden Child. She's got the most insane workload. She takes classes all day, and in her spare time, she manages the campus bookstores. All of them. But she's completely zen about everything. And I have a friend when I was a kid, Mira. She had the worst life. Her dad was a deadbeat, drunk all the time. He walked out when she was like 8, but she was always happy. How do they do it? Maybe I should try that Zen thing. You know, choose happy, create your own reality. This date will be fine, and if it sucks like all the others, this too shall pass. Hey, that felt good. You know what? I'm gonna go. Oh, honey, you've got the best view. I could watch people from this window all day. Who are they? Where are they from? Where are they going? Scurry into your holes, lemmings. Ooh, check out Miss Powerhair doing her lips on the sidewalk because I'm too busy. She's got to run to that guy. No, he moved. Wait, oh my God, she just ran smack into him. She was not going to move. It was either her or the post. Good choice, buddy. Good choice. Choices. I don't know, honey. Should I go or not? How do you know what you're going to end up with? The last one showed all of the signs of being something special. Great expectations, you know? You know where they took me on their first date? The Dairy Queen at the mall. with that cranky girl behind the counter. You'd think working around sprinkles all day would make you happy. And remember Mike? I made the most amazing dinner. Candlelight, nice music, oysters. I thought, this is the one. Then everything went south when I brought out dessert. I mean, who doesn't like apple pie? But it's the luck of the draw, honey. You can't win if you don't buy a ticket. I would have sworn my friend Julie would end up old, alone, and knitting cat sweaters, but she just told me over lunch she's getting married. Oh, I'll send her to you to get her wedding nails done. I guess if Julie can find one, so can I. And this physicist seems like a good guy. And he's taking me out for dinner and dancing. I told him, show up with a red rose so I know who you are. And he agreed. It's kind of old school romantic, don't you think? You talked me into it, honey. I'm going. I'm going on a date with a physics major. And we're going to have dinner, and we're going to go dancing, and we're going to talk about the constant nature of the speed of life. Did I say speed of life? Oh, that's funny. The speed of life. Whether you're running from it or running toward it, it hits you at the same time. Well, honey, if that's the case, I might as well run straight at it. Done already? Time flies when you're having a nice conversation. Oh, honey, they're gorgeous. Thank you for everything. All right, wish me luck. Hey, maybe I should have gotten the French tips after all.
I launched my boat on the water. I
You know what to keep your eyes on?